Hello and welcome. My name is Meepolis, they, he, she, and today we are looking at and talking about Wash Day Diaries, written by Jamila Rowser, with art by Robyn Smith and colors by Robyn, Bex Glending, and Kazimir Lee. Originally published as a short mini-comic, this expanded story was published by Chronicle Books in 2022. Content notes for nudity, smoking grass, relationship drama, and sex. Flipping to the back of the book, I was actually pretty impressed by how many people got little bios included. Of course, we have Jamila Rowser, quote, a Black, Puerto Rican, and Dominican award-winning writer who enjoys creating comics for Black women. She also publishes comics by and for women of color and non-binary people of color through Black Jose Press. Jamila lives in Miami but reps for the Bronx. You can find her detangling her hair, reading manga, and doting on her two cats, Sage and Sapphire, end quote. And Robyn Smith, quote, a Jamaican cartoonist known for illustrating DC Comics' Nubia Real One, which I also recently read, enjoyed, and reviewed, link in the cards. She has an MFA from the Center for Cartoon Studies and has worked on comics for College Humor and the Nib. She loves cake and cats and holds on to dreams of returning home to the ocean, end quote. They also profiled colorist Bex Glending, they, who, quote, is a biracial UK-based illustrator, comic artist, and colorist, end quote, and colorist Kazimir Lee, whose quote, work has appeared on the Nib, Oh Joy Sex Toy, and has garnered a Lambda Literary Award for Queer Erotica, end quote. Keywords that came to mind were friends, community, love, hair, family, chosen and biological, artistry, and coming of age. The description over on Goodreads is, quote, Jamila Rowser and artist Robyn Smith comes a captivating graphic novel love letter to the beauty and endurance of Black women, their friendship, and their hair. Wash Day Diaries tells the story of four best friends, Kim, Tanisha, Davene, and Cookie, through 5 connected short story comics that follow these young women through the ups and downs of their daily lives in the Bronx. The book takes its title from the Wash Day experience shared by Black women everywhere of setting aside all plans and responsibilities for a full day of washing, conditioning, and nourishing their hair. Each short story uses hair routines as a window into these 4 characters' everyday lives and how they care for each other. Jamila Rowser and Robyn Smith originally kickstarted their critically acclaimed award-winning slice of life mini-comic, Wash Day, inspired by Rowser's own Wash Day ritual and their shared desire to see more comics featuring the daily lived experiences of young Black women. Wash Day Diaries includes an updated, full-color version of this original story, which follows Kim, a 26-year-old woman living in the Bronx, as the book's first chapter, and expands into a graphic novel with short stories about these vibrant and relatable new characters. In expanding the story of Kim and her friends, the authors pay tribute to Black sisterhood through portraits of shared yet deeply personal experiences of Black hair care, from self-care to spilling the tea at an hour-long salon appointment to healing family rifts. The stories are brought to life through beautifully drawn characters and different color palettes reflecting the mood in each story. At times touching, quiet, triumphant, and laugh-out-loud funny, the stories of Wash Day Diaries pay a loving tribute to Black joy and the resilience of Black women, end quote. Looking at the craft of Wash Day, I would definitely see the influence of slice-of-life manga on how Rowser moves from scene to scene. I'll also probably keep on automatically picking up anything I see that is illustrated by Robyn Smith. Her character designs, loose line quality, and color schemes are just lovely, in my opinion. Looking at the diversity of characters presented in Wash Day, obviously we are largely focused on a small group of young Black women friends, but it was anything but one note. As we move through this tight-knit friend group, each of the characters stood out as bringing their own unique cultural backgrounds, identities, and sexuality to the fore. Gender-wise, there was a bit of diversity, but mostly just to show our characters, not letting the man hold them down, which is just what needs to happen sometimes. As far as ability and disability went, it was certainly not the focus of the book, but it was not totally ignored either. Not only did we get body diversity, one of the slices of life is dedicated to a difficult but hope-giving conversation between Cookie and her abuela, who is living with dementia. Wrapping things up for now, I would definitely give this book 5 stars and would recommend anyone who can handle a bit of nudity and cursing to do so as well. Bye all, keep reading Unorganized and Capitalist Depression. And as always, Literally Graphic is created on land that should be given back to the traditional landholders, which in this case is, to my knowledge, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation.